Hi everyone, welcome to a new video with Project Management Illustrated. Today we continue our journey through Chapter 2 of the 5th edition of the Standard for Program Management. My name is Ahmed Amir. I'm a Program and Project Management professional and Agile Certified practitioner. So let's continue our talk about Program Management principles. In the last video we covered the first four principles of Program Management, which are stakeholders, benefits realization, synergy, and team of teams. Today we go through change, leadership, risk, and governance. So we start with the change, the fifth principle of program management principles. Why change is important? Because managing a program change effectively is critical to improve the efficiency of benefits realization, delivery, and sustainment during the entire life cycle of programs and after program benefits transition to operations. Let's remind ourselves here that the ultimate objective behind the programs is the delivery of their benefits. Since changes in programs are inevitable, then changes should occur to ensure the program meets its objectives and delivers the anticipated benefits as measured by the effectiveness and efficiency metrics defined by the program. Please note that all changes are in scope here, whether internal or external. Internal sources of change can be due to shifts within the program, adding a new capability, covering a gap, a transformation maybe, etc., etc. While external sources of change can be in the form of a risk or opportunity, technological advances, demographic changes, or compliance needs. Change adoption requires fostering the right conditions and culture across the program and its components, as well as across the performing organization. This is why programs need to align the change management process with the program lifecycle and mobilize stakeholders and resources across program components. This can't easily occur without organization's endorsement. The change management at a program level requires our ability to alter the direction of a component, including adding, canceling, or terminating components to the program. In other words, change management at a program level requires component transition change management throughout all stages of a program's lifecycle, starting with definition, going through delivery, till reaching closure. Please note that change management factors include definition, where we identify the need for change in a program, assess readiness for change, and define the change approach. Analysis, it's when we evaluate the impact of the change at both the program and component levels. Delivery, making decisions related to components and resources mobility. Closure, finally, when we ensure that all program artifacts are updated to effect any changes. Now we move to the next principle of program management, leadership. Program leadership is all about motivating and uniting the program team, directing their energy and vision to maintain the pace of benefits delivery while ensuring alignment with program strategy throughout the entire program lifecycle. As a program manager, it's essential to recognize that relationships are the pathway to performance. Devoting time and attention to team members and fostering a positive working climate is crucial. By engaging both hearts and minds, we ensure that everyone feels integral to the program team. A leadership style that aligns with the broader purpose of the work, encourages individual excellence, and promotes mastery will motivate team members and create an environment where growth and thriving are possible. Program managers should have a level of emotional intelligence to be aware of the program team's dynamics. So what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence refers to our ability to identify our own and others' emotions and use our emotional capability to guide our thoughts. Emotional intelligence is critical to the program's success. This goes for both the program manager and the whole program team. Many of you may already know that the leader's positive self awareness has a layered diffusion effect. It goes top down and distributes a healthy energy throughout the entire program. It pushes the program team to show high levels of commitment and motivation, which is essential for success. Trust is the foundation of effective collaboration in program management. Without trust in the program team, the program manager is unable to delegate work to component managers or give them the autonomy to deliver the program's component projects effectively and efficiently. Leading with values makes the program manager more authentic as a leader and helps to create a climate of trust and consistency for the whole program team. In program management, leadership style is context dependent. It focuses on managing relationships and resolving conflicts to boost team morale and realize program benefits. Program managers also focus on establishing and executing the mechanisms that empower decision making and work within specific delegated limits of authority in program governance. Program governance creates both the governance structure and practices to guide the program. It also provides executive leadership, oversight, and control. Program managers perform a very important leadership role in program governance. This role is establishing consistency in the program's vertical support and horizontal coordination. It's important for program managers to empower component managers with the required autonomy to lead their project teams. Setting the autonomy level is part of program governance. This autonomy requires efficient and effective program leadership, and such effectiveness reflects the strength of governance execution. So, in a nutshell, the less the program manager intervenes in the component projects, the better the leadership effect and the higher the component project team's morale, which actually makes a lot of sense. Micromanagement can be very suffocating and leads to low productivity and high staff turnover rate. Effective program managers recognize that organizational politics is an inherent aspect of program management, one that must be skillfully navigated for program success. Being politically astute involves understanding the interests of influential stakeholders, exercising good judgment, and maintaining integrity. A program manager's ability to build robust relationships and influence key stakeholders is essential. PMI lists 7 personal and interpersonal skills for program managers to have to practice the leadership principle: empathy, respect, courage, political savvy, collaboration, facilitation, and influence. I'm not going through these traits now, as they are pretty much self-explanatory. Or maybe we can have a short video for them later on. The next program management principle we have is risk. PMI means to include risk here as the way program managers should deal and manage risks. As you all know, a risk is an uncertain event or condition that, if it occurs, has a positive or negative impact on one or more program objectives. Usually, the word risk refers to negative risks, sometimes called threats, affect the execution of programs and their benefits delivery. Positive risks, usually referred to as opportunities, help foster effective and efficient program implementation and increase the realization of benefits. Since programs are usually complex, actively managing program risks throughout the entire program lifecycle is crucial. This ensures that the achieved benefits align with strategic objectives. Risk management involves creating and executing risk response plans across various program components. Risk threshold is the measure of the degree of acceptable variation around a program objective that reflects the risk appetite of the organization and program stakeholders. Risk appetite is an assessment of the organization's willingness to accept and deal with risks. So, what I'm trying to say is program managers should align their program risk threshold with the organization risk appetite. As we mentioned a minute ago, managing risks is an ongoing activity. This includes risk identification, and it covers risks that may impact achieving the program objectives and risks that may impact the realization of benefits during program implementation and after program transition. Experience shows that projects experience delays and cost overruns are common. During risk identification and mitigation, there is a usual tendency to forecast future events in an optimistic or positive way. This is known as optimistic bias. Optimistic bias can be lessened by benchmarking against risks observed in other programs. This is where organizations' historical information and lessons learned come useful. This data should help program teams to identify planned versus actual variances observed in prior programs and provide realistic expectations. One of the critical program documents is the program roadmap. The program roadmap should show the program component interactions and significant integration touchpoints. This helps the program team to identify interdependencies and how the identified risks can have implications on other program components. As programs are created to achieve benefits, taking proactive steps to address risks early is essential. Recognizing that uncertainties are always present and will inevitably arise from time to time during the program lifecycle. The organization's risk appetite serves as a compass, guiding the program's governance approach in managing risks to ensure business viability. Finally, an important point to cover here, which you may face it as a PgMP question. Part of program risk management is handing over identified risks along with their supporting analysis and response information to the appropriate organizational risk register after benefits realization finishes. This task may be managed by a different organizational group rather than the one intended to realize the benefits, such as an EPMO or Organizational Program Management Office. We end today's video with the last program management principle, governance. So what is governance? Program governance comprises the framework, functions, processes, and tools by which a program is monitored, managed, and supported in order to meet organizational, strategic, and operational goals. A key aspect of governance is establishing a framework within which the lines of authority are clear, the responsibility and accountability of each position defined, and the levels of decision making structured to enable effective and efficient delivery of the program and its components. In simple words, governance defines the way of managing the program, who does what, and what are their lines of reporting. As a program manager, you have a dual role. overseeing or coordinating governance systems or bodies while also managing the program's day-to-day activities. Collaboration with governance bodies is essential to maintain alignment with the organizational strategy. Additionally, it's program manager's responsibility to ensure that the program team comprehends and adheres to the governance procedures and underlying principles. The characteristics of the governance principle are transparency. Organizations should enable relevant access to program information while maintaining responsibility, accountability, sustainability, and fairness across all program elements. Transparency extends to provide a platform or voice for concerns. Oversight. Retaining oversight on policy, control, integration, and decision making as it pertains to the program, while guiding and promoting desirable behaviors to ensure success and desired outcomes. Compliance. The aim here is creating a framework to ensure the program is managed appropriately, following the governance practice of the organization and adhering to regulations or frameworks, which all programs should comply with. Resiliency. This one covers risk management in terms of overseeing impacts, issues, and risks that support decision making, and maintaining organizational resiliency as a governance function. Adaptivity. Managing changes at the strategic level and overseeing changes in the progress of program components within the standardized project management practice that exists in the organization and in the governance framework. Before finishing this principle, please note that governance is not solely about high-level oversight of a program. Governance framework umbrella should cover escalated issues or concerns. Therefore, governance should also be a platform or voice for critical, escalating, or high priority matters. These concerns might be social or cultural concerns, which can significantly impact the organization or the program. Thanks everyone for watching. By this, we come to the end of the second chapter of PMI's standard for program management. Another milestone to celebrate together. Feel free to use the comments section for asking questions or sharing your feedback, and I will try my best to answer every one of you.